Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me tonight. I am Kelly Rose, and I'm from rosiescrapper.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here to share with you how to make this darling card. Something that I absolutely adore about using Stampin' Up! Products is the coordination, and I found that this paper in the Celebration catalog coordinated beautifully with this Textured Essentials stamp. And so I wanted to show you how to make this card tonight. I will finish it from start to finish with the inside and the envelope as well. But let me tell you quickly about the Berry Blessings. This is a free stamp set with the paper, the coordinating designer series paper that you can get until February 28th from Celebration. It would be a free item. Let me show it to you in the catalog. Right here, so free with $100 spent. You would get the stamp set and the coordinating paper. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love using coordinating products. Here are some other examples of how to use this darling set. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, and by the way, if you need one of these catalogs, you can take a look at it on my blog. You can download a PDF copy, and you can also request a copy from me. This also coordinates with a stamp set in the mini catalog. Hopefully I can find this really quick. Actually, if I look for it here, because it comes with a punch for the strawberry, I should be able to find it quickly, because they put all the bundles in the back of the mini catalog. So yes, here's Sweet Strawberry Bundle. So that is on page 44. Let me show that to you real quick, and then we'll get into making the card. And I have some fun techniques to share with you tonight too. So here is the other stamp set that coordinates with it. So it comes, if you order the bundle, you get the punch, which punches out a leaf and the strawberry and the top of the strawberry. Now, I don't have this yet. I did just recently order it, so I'm excited to get that and play with all of these products together. They are so fun. So this mini catalog is amazing. I'm going to have a lot of fun in the next few weeks sharing projects with you with new stamp sets. All right, so let me see if I can find this video so I can share it out on Facebook. There it is. On Facebook. Oh, that's good to know that I have sound, because you know, sometimes I don't. So I have the chat available. So if you are joining me live, I would love to know that you're here with me. And there it is. I'm so slow at this, but someday I'm going to get faster, faster, faster. Yep. I promise. There we go. Facebook. Okay. And I want to share on my page. It's coming up with a weird picture. All right, never mind. So let's get started on the card. Oh, so here's all the papers that come in it. Isn't that fun? Oh, and it coordinates with so many different colors. Love. Alrighty. So I am going to need this, because this is a photopolymer stamp set, and some paper to protect my surface. So this is a piece of rich razzleberry that has been cut to 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4.25. And I'm going to do some stamping in Whisper White Craft ink for the background of this card, so that we can get a look at that coordination between the stamp set and the paper. Now this is going to be fairly random, how I'm going to stamp this, and I'm going to turn this around and do different things with it, have it coming in at different directions. And then I think I'll do this one like all the way across. And then here. And that's really all that's going to show. Most of that's going to be covered up. Good. And then this piece of paper, oops, thought I had a piece of paper there. Guess I don't. Let me grab my trimmer. So I need a piece of paper that is cut to 3 1/4 by 4, 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. So I'm just going to trim this at 3 1/2 and this at 3 1/4. And then we'll do some stamping on the top of that piece with the adorable raspberries. Rich raspberry, raspberries. Ha ha ha. All right, so this piece of paper is going to go across the front of the page, and I like to just kind of give myself some sort of guide as to where I should stamp. So this was cut to 1 1/2 by, let me go ahead and write that down for you. That was cut to 1 1/2 by 5 1/2 inches. And I am using the triple banner punch that will give you, you can punch 3 different sizes of paper. Save those to use later. So this is what is going to go on the front on top of it. My first card, I thought I should write down that Whisper White piece as well. That was 3 1/2 by 3 3/4 inches. And I want to stamp those berries. Let's grab my rich raspberry ink. Here we are. So that's about where it's going to go. Then I'm going to do my first berry right there. I thought I got my berries a little low on the last one, so I'm going to try not to do that this time. And now this is a distinctive stamp set and 2-step stamp set. So there you're going to get some natural shading on these stamps. And I'm going to share with you a technique because there's something about these distinctive stamps they don't always care that much about. And that's that you get these little dots, like it gives you this gorgeous shading, but you also get the little dots in there. So if you take your blender pen and just swirl over that, it just kind of blends in those dots and creates this gorgeous effect like that. And you just wipe that off and you're done. And when you buy blender pens, you get a set of 3, so a total of 6 tips. So now I'm going to come in with, I'm going to need that later. I think I'm going to try a different color. I think I'm going to go with garden green this time. I used granny apple green the last time, but I just want to try a different green. I'm going to spread the love, you know. Just make sure that's stamping nicely. Garden green might need to be re-inked, but I was kind of feeling that about my granny apple green as well. Oh, it sounds like I'm about to get a little visitor. Oh, maybe he heard that I was doing a live and stopped. Oh, I was kind of way off on that one. And that one. That's okay. Okay, a little blending with this as well. Yeah, I think I like that garden green a little better with this particular project. And I'm going to come in with this larger leaf and just add some leaves at the top of that. So there are so many possibilities with this paper, with the coordination. There. Okie doke. And then, see, this is quick and easy, isn't it? I have a piece of 1-inch Whisper White paper here. I don't really know how wide it is, so let me. So it is 4¼ by 1 inch. So let me write that down for you. 1 by 4¼ And again, I'll use the banner punch. And this is what I'm going to stamp my greeting on. So I have the greeting from the same set, wishing you the very best. And then we'll be ready to put this all together. Ready. This is a little dry too, I think. Alrighty. So this is going to get glued down to the card front. Are those sweet little raspberries? That kind of thick. Like that. And then this is going to go on there like that. But before I glue that on, I'm going to add a little bit of linen thread. White baker's twine, I think, would also look really cute. Or anything that would coordinate with this rich raspberry. So I'm going to wrap that twice. Tie that in a bow. So it has been a really long time since I have done a live or a video of any kind. Things got really busy at the end of the semester for me. Well, things are always busy for me, but then quite frankly, after Christmas, I just got into a little bit of a funk and just wasn't feeling it. So Saturday, I got together via Zoom with a very dear friend of mine from Texas. Well, we were friends in California, and then she moved to Texas, and we had ourselves a little craft time over Zoom, and it was so enjoyable. Actually, maybe I'll just put that right in the center. Nah, I'm gonna leave it over here to the right. Crafting together, and I spent time just playing with a new stamp set that I hadn't played with. I had since online and hadn't played with it yet, so that was really fun, and made some masculine cards. So let's put this on here. and go for the middle of that flag piece underneath. Isn't that fun? Oh, I love it. Okay. So on the inside, I have a piece of 1 1/4. So where's my paper again? It's 1 1/4 by 5 1/4 for the inside of my card. And I'm going to glue that on just 3 sides. And this then will become a card that could be reused by whoever you give it to. And I'll show you what I mean. So the top side will not get glued down of this paper. And then I will just use a small scrap sheet of paper. I think this is a 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 cut in half. So that would be 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. Yeah, so that just slips right in there. And of course you could stamp that as well. But if you wanted to, you could put 2 pieces of this in there. You could sign the one for the person you're giving it to, and then leave the other one blank so that they could use this card again. I have been in the habit of giving cards away to people like waitresses and places that I frequent, just handing them a card with a thank you for their service kind of message inside. And then, but I just use that on a post-it so that they can use the card. And I tell them that they can use the card and how to contact me if they would like to find out more. All right, so let's stamp the envelope. So I just had an idea about the envelope that I could incorporate that little mosaic-y kind of looking thing too. I think if I use, say, Highland Heather, then I could stamp in Rich Razzleberry some berries on top of this. So let's try it. Stamping off in Rich Razzleberry would also work. So I'm going to test the color and see how it looks with the in comparison. Highland Heather is not one of the colors that goes, so I'm not super happy with that. So I think I'll just try a stamp off with the Rich Razzleberry instead. I think that'll work. All right, so I'm just going to use this. This is the 3rd generation. I think it'll be perfect. It's still pretty dark, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to come in with my berries again and add at least 1 berry. On top of the mosaic. Here's my stem. I don't know how this green is going to turn out on top of the Rich Razzleberry, but we shall find out. I think it'll be fine. There's a lot of white there. Let me come back with this. Get rid of those little dots. And there we go. Got a nice little berry, some decoration on the card, on the envelope, and then here is the card. Be fun, huh? Well, thanks for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you were inspired by this card and would like to share what you have designed as a result, you are welcome to join the Rosie Scrapper Stampers group over on Facebook. Um, and please check out my blog. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet so that you can be notified when I go live. And if you appreciated anything about this card or this stamp set, this paper, anything, I would love to see a thumbs up. Those make my heart happy. Thanks and have a lovely evening. Bye.